잘 지내세요. Hey guys, hey, what's up YouTube? It's your girl Newborn Queen, and today I'm gonna be telling y'all about how life was like for me living in Korea for over 2 years. So if you're wondering what I just said earlier, I literally just said hi, how are you in Korean, and yo means hello, 잘 지내세요 means how are you. I did learn to speak a little bit of Korean and learn to write in their language when I was over there, which was really cool. This is basically an experience I could never forget. And speaking of that, I still have my school ID. It's cracked, I know, but y'all cannot see this tragic picture, but I'm gonna let y'all see it because you just have to know. So basically, if it focuses, it never wants to focus. Basically, I went to Seoul Middle School. This is my 7th grade ID. I lived in Hanam Village, Hanam-dong, and I was there from 6th to 7th grade because I'm a military child. Me and my family, we've traveled pretty much all over the states. Oh yeah, special shout out to Kayla and Tatiana because I'm still friends with y'all to this day. Y'all have been my OG friends since freaking Korea, and we are still friends to this day. So special shout out to my best friends who are distant from me but close at heart. And when I first moved there, it was beginning of middle school. Before that, I was actually homeschooled all through elementary school, and then when my dad said we're moving overseas, I was like, over where? I was like, I've never been out of the States, you know. I've been around the States, but I've never been out, so I was like really freaked out. I didn't really like planes. I have like plane anxiety. So, and then they said the plane ride was gonna be 17-18 hours long. So I'm just like, oh my God. Little old me was like, oh my God. So let me just show y'all something really funny. It's a diary that I kept because I wrote everything. I wrote like down all my experience so I wouldn't ever forget anything. So let me just get that. Here is my old diary that I've kept. It's funny. It's like my handwriting was so trash. But I mean, I was in middle school. How can you blame me, you know? And then this talks about day 1, the plane journey. So basically I was talking about my plane trip. I'm not gonna read all of it because it's pretty wordy. Unless y'all want to sit and, you know, hear everything, which I'm sure you do, which is why you're watching. I just have kind of my mind is like all over the place. I just want to tell y'all everything. It's just so much, and it's just I don't have a lot of time, you know. I'm just gonna tell y'all. Basically, I'm gonna tell y'all from how I remember. So on the plane ride there, I had anxiety. It was like bumpy, it was scary. I think we were literally the only black family on that plane. It was Korean Air, a bunch of Korean people around us. I had my first taste of Korean food, which was, I think they had like, it was like this soup with like green leaves in it. And then we had like the egg. What they do is they have this bowl where it'll be like a cooked egg, but it's like in a soup. It sounds different, but trust me, it is amazing. If you haven't tried it, you have to try it. I had so many movies to pick from, so I just watched a bunch of movies on the plane. And then we finally landed. I had jet lag really bad because of course the time zone is like, I think it's a 12-hour difference between here and Korea. It's just like crazy different time zone. We stayed at the Dragon Hill Lodge, which is, it's on base, and if y'all don't know what that is, that's basically like a military base where all the American families live. And yeah, so we weren't just in Korea, we're just like surrounded by, oh my God, we're not gonna know anything. No, we were on American base with other Americans in South Korea. So that's how that went. And we stayed at the Dragon Hill Lodge. And it was a really nice hotel, whatever. And let me go ahead and skip to when we moved in. So our living conditions changed drastically. So basically we had to, before we left, we had to sell one of our cars because you only take one vehicle with you, because in Korea, it's kind of like a version of New York. You don't really need your car because there's always traffic, and it's quicker to just take the bus or the subway. So it's like no point of a car. We only need one car. So we took the van, of course, family car, you know, everybody got to fit in there. So we took the van. And when we moved in, it wasn't even, I wouldn't say it was a house, like a 2-story. It was literally like an apartment, a high-rise apartment. I lived on the 12th floor, pretty high up. It was all one floor, basically. The kitchen was like right there. It was long and spread out. Parents' room was literally right here. My room was right next to there. And then my brother's rooms were all the way across the hall. So it was just like those 2 rooms. The bathroom was over there. And then we had like the living room space, kitchen space, dining space was like kind of front of my room. I'm describing it as best as I possibly can. It wasn't small. It wasn't like a small living space we had room to move around, but it was, you know, different. It's not like America where you have a big bedroom and a lot of space, you know, just separated from family members. We were real close. And so I was nervous about being there, and I was nervous about going to school for the very first time in my life, because I was, like I said, I was homeschooled from elementary up until 6th grade. And when my mom was like, you're gonna have to go to school, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to school. Like, I was freaking out because I was used to just chilling, having free time, doing work as well, doing schoolwork and homework, but I had a lot of free time on my hands when I was homeschooled. So when I went to school, it was an American school. When I was in 6th and 7th grade, I was super antisocial, didn't like communicating with people, kept to myself. I wrote a lot of things. I wrote songs. I used to write little poems and stuff. I wasn't really into like talking, interacting with people. I keep getting sidetracked. Living in Korea overall was just amazing. They had this mall, and also the money there is different. So you know how like in America we have like $1, $5 there? $5 is called 5,000 won, and won is like the Korean dollar, so it's different. So like, oh, it's 10,000 won. It's like, okay, that's $10. I would kind of try and talk to people on the street, like with the little language I did know. Like I would say thank you. How much is it? Like thank you is like kamsamnida. And then the way they talk is like a sing-song kind of tone. So it's like you have to say kamsamnida, and like, you know, kind of getting with the culture, because it's like everybody talked in kind of a sing-song tone. So it's like if you were talking like 안녕, 안녕하세요, 감사합니다, they're gonna look at you like, do you have a problem, kind of, because you know you had to kind of do it how they do it, like learning another language. They had like, it was just amazing, you guys. So I lived on a safe base. They didn't have Korea, surprisingly, it does not have a crime rate. They don't have shootings. They don't have any of the crazy stuff going on in America. None of that. They're a very calm culture overall, and I just loved it. Like, even I went off base with my friend because it was safe, and I was only like 12, 13 years old, but it was safe because we would go off base and we go on our little adventures. We would go to like different food places out there. They had like this place that had these cakes and these waffles, and they were so good. They were like $3 to $5, and it was just amazing. And then they had this place called the Hello Kitty Cafe, and basically that is like, everything is like Hello Kitty. I'll show y'all probably some pics at the end of like all the pictures I took there. But it was like the Hello Kitty Cafe, and your coffee or whatever would come out with like the Hello Kitty face, and then everything was just Hello Kitty, and it was just amazing. And then when we take the subway, I had to learn how to read stuff and know how to get home. So I would take the subway home sometimes from church by myself or with my brothers, and we would just all get in there, and it was crowded, and everything was just kind of crowded. Like even getting in the elevators, you think 20 people is a lot? Try fitting 50 to 60 people in one elevator and not complaining, because they're used to that. We would get in the elevator and it would just go like this. So I'm gonna show y'all examples. So this is the elevator, right? This is the elevator. I'm just gonna use that as an example, okay? So here's all the people that are trying to come in, and they're just pushing until you're literally against the wall, and then they keep pushing, and there you go. Everybody's in, and they're comfortable, and nobody's complaining, and nobody's like, hey, get out, you know? Nobody's like, it's too many people. Everybody's just together, you know? Everybody's just real close. And that was something I had to get used to, but I mean, I loved it. I loved every experience. I mean, I'm still kind of claustrophobic, but I didn't have a problem with the elevators then because it was just like, you know, it was a part of the culture, you know. It was a crowded city and everybody had to fit. So it just, I love that. Everything. You go off base and you would see people selling stuff on the streets. They'd be selling backpacks, they'd be selling Louis Vuittons, Coach purses. I had bought like a ton of Coach purses. Me and my mom bought a bunch of Coach purses. They had them there and they were so cheap, y'all. Like, you could get Louis, Gucci, Fendi, all of that for so cheap out there, and I regret not doing it when I was there. Only thing I bought was Coach, because Coach was what was popping in 2014. Okay, that's what was popping back then. So that's all I had. And it was just, everything was so cheap and everything was just amazing. I can't even really describe everything because it was just great. Like the food, they had this food called bulgogi, and it's like a Korean beef, and you eat it with rice and you eat it with this thing called kimchi. And kimchi is like a spicy vegetable that they have, and it's like the biggest deal. Like, it's the biggest craving in Korea. Kimchi is like, let me think, kimchi is the modern day McDonald's fries. You know, like, they loved kimchi like how we love fries, and my mom, she still loves kimchi to this day. I never liked kimchi, it was too spicy and I didn't like the smell, but they loved it, and that was what it was. And then off where I lived, it was like an apartment complex, and there was a pool like literally right below where I lived. So it was cool because all the kids, like, we would all just come out around 4, same time every day after school, and we would all just hang out. Like, it was just fun. We would go places. We go to a little shop head on base, and the shop head, they had like candy, sour cherry bonbons, and like cute little things. Me and my best friend would go there all the time and get that all the time, and it was just like an obsession. We would just go to the shop head and get those and like Ritz Bits. And it was just like, everybody was like close. Like, nowadays I don't even see kids go outside, but like when I was there, everybody would be outside, and we would go to the pool some days, it was right there, and we would go off base some days just to explore. It just was so lit. They have an amusement park, and I think they have one amusement park and one water park, and the way they dress there is very conservative. Like, what I'm wearing now would not be appropriate out there. Like, for real, they don't dress like this at all. They their shirts are more like, it's just conservative. They have it buttoned. They're very, very particular about skincare, so everybody there kind of had like clear skin, and it's like they would have like the aloe mask and all that stuff, and it was just like nobody really had acne, and if they did, it was really rare. Like, they're super good with skincare. And when we first got there, people did treat us like celebrities in a way. Some of them have never seen American, so it was just like, we would go when we first got there, and we would go out at night as a family, and some Koreans, I've literally never seen Americans, they would be like, oh my god, Beyonce, Rihanna, and like they would say stuff and say they want to take a picture with us. It was just amazing. Like, I really felt like a celebrity out there. I was like, this is so lit. Like, think I'm Beyonce then? Hey, I'm Beyonce. Nah, I'm not Beyonce. Not close. No. Anyway, I just thought that was lit. And then they would have like these little, like I said, shopping centers, and they had like it was kind of like a thrift store on the street. Like, they would have clothes laid out, and it would be like 5,000 won to 10,000 won. You pick whatever section, and then it would be like some stuff for 5, some stuff for 10, and it was just cute. Like, they had cute little clothes. Like, I just love stuff from there. And I still have like this box. It is my change box, and I still kept it to this day, and I love that. And I also have a heart-shaped box in Korean lettering. One of my friends from Korea gave it to me as a souvenir to keep for when I came back to America. So, like I said, I have the box that my friend gave me, and like I said, it's all in Korean, but it has my name, and it says, to my special friend, I'm gonna miss the memories we had, and thank you so much for showing me and teaching me some of the American language as I taught you. It says like goodbye, and it's my box of special memories. Makes me wanna cry. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. I really do miss Korea, y'all, but it's like I'm here now, so I have to deal with it. But I loved it there. Like, the crazy thing was, the American base was kind of strict about bringing people on base, but it's like, I think you could bring one Korean guest on there like once, or not once, but it would be like, we can't bring a whole group, you can bring 1 or 2 people. So it's like, as crazy as we were about their culture, they were crazy about our culture too. So I had a Korean friend come over my house, and she was just like, wow, wow, wow. And instead of saying, they don't say wow over there, or like, oh wow, that's amazing, that's so wow, as like they're like really amazed. So it'll be like little things like my room, the stuff I had in it, and just little American things they don't really get to see. And it's just like, the food we had to them was like, wow. Like, I gave her like American candies and she gave me Korean candies. It was just like a really cool cultural diverge. Like, it was amazing. Because I went to a Korean church. They had an English service on the 10th floor, so we were always on the 10th floor. And then on the 11th floor, they would have like the youth ministry upstairs. So it was like, I made friends there. I had made a Korean friend. The crazy thing was, her American name was Beyonce. Yeah, her American name was Beyonce, literally. And her Korean name was Seo. So her American name was Beyonce and her Korean name was Seo. But she liked everybody to call her by her American name, of course. And it's like, she knew a little bit of English. Like, I would be telling her stuff and she would just be like, and then she would be telling me stuff and I would just be like, and so it was like, she knew a little bit, so she would talk a little bit to me. And then she would talk, I would talk a little bit to her, and then we would just be like sharing things. I would share American words with her and she would share Korean words with me. So it was like, we kind of were learning each other's language, which was really, that was like one of the best cultural experiences I've ever had, like, for real. I wish I could go back. It's just, I mean, I learned to speak and write in Korean. It's slowly fading from me now, like the writing, because I haven't done it in so long. I learned to try different things. Definitely try different things, like the kimchi, the bibimbap, which was like a Korean sushi. It was really good. There was this lady on the street that sold these things on a stick, and they were like, they looked like noodles. It was a noodle, but I don't exactly know what was in it. All I knew was that it was good, and it was 2,000 won. So I was buying one of those every Sunday. She would be out there every Sunday selling her noodles, and she was so nice and sweet, and we would just buy them every Sunday, and they were just good. Like, I literally lived in a different country for 2 years. Like, it's crazy. It's still mind-blowing to me to this day. You know, like, I did that. Like, I don't know. I mean, I wish there was more I could tell y'all about it. Look, as far as I remember, the thing I missed about America was, I guess, the variety. Because, like, once you're there for a while, it's like when you have to order clothes or anything that aren't Korean, you would have to order online, and it would take probably about longer than a minute. It would take 2 to 3 weeks to get to you. So you have to have patience to order things that are out of Korea, because it would take longer than the standard, you know, how it is here, like take 2 to 5 business days. No, I had to wait weeks to get anything in the mail. So that was the only con, I honestly think. And then sometimes I'll miss things of America, you know, because like Seoul is big, but once you get around it, like me, my brothers, and my friends, we used to go around and go to a lot of different places. So once you get around it a few times, I guess you could say it does get boring after a while, but then it's just like, it was home for me. And I would say, I miss America, I miss America. Sometimes I would have those moments, and then other times I would just really enjoy living in Korea. So, and like I said, when I came back to America, I absolutely did miss Korea. That was just my soul. But thank you guys so much for tuning in on this story time. If you want to see more story times, let me know. I have so many more, so much, really forgot what I was gonna say. So many more stories to tell you guys. either regarding Korea or things that happened in my past. Let me know what y'all want to see, because I know most of y'all don't like to comment, and I don't know why that is. But don't be scared to comment what you feel, comment what you think, you know. Just let me know. I'm not gonna bite you. But I love you guys so much, and I say y'all, thank you for watching my video, and I'll catch you in the next one.